Hello everyone. So let's analyze the market structure together. Let's look at the monthly market condition, the daily market condition, the 4 hours market condition, the 1 hour market condition, and 30 minutes market condition. It's very important for us to have a clear view of what the higher time frame is saying against the lower time frame. So let's go to the month market condition. Let's delete this line. We don't need this line. We don't need this line. So we are still in an uptrend. This is the high of this candle, and this is the all-time high on gold. This candle closed with a bullish candle, but this candle closed with a rejection bullish candle. This candle is this month's candle, and this candle is left with 27 days before this candle will close. But this candle went up and it broke the high of this bullish candle. So as of yesterday, we were able to identify the high of this recent candle and the low of this recent candle. So we need to maintain the line, because I love to know when this line will be broken. So it's very important for you to have an idea. So me kind of putting the line there is just for me to have an idea that the high of this recent candle has been broken, or the low of this recent candle has been broken. So I love to identify the highs and the low so that I'll be able to know what I'm anticipating the market to give to me. So let's look at the daily. So looking at the formation of the daily market structure, so we are in a consolidation zone because we have a support zone over here. We have a support zone over here. We have a resistance zone over here. This candle broke this resistance zone. That's the next candle closed with a rejection bullish candle. Let's zoom the chart a little bit. So there's a support zone over here. This candle broke, this candle broke this support zone over here, and it's closed with a rejection bearish candle to form a new resistance zone over here. So this candle, it broke this resistance zone and it closed with a strong bullish candle. That the next candle closed with a rejection bullish candle. This other candle broke the low of this rejection bullish candle and closed with a rejection bearish candle. The next candle closed with a doji candle, but it's a rejecting of this zone. So this recent daily candle is left with 15 hours before this candle will close. So we don't know if this candle wants to continue to come down, but this candle has broken the low of this doji candle. Let me show you guys so that we're able to have a clear view of what the market structure is doing. So as you can see, this recent daily candle, which this candle is left with 15 hours before this candle will close. This candle, it has created a wick at the bottom, that the body of the candle came down and it broke this doji candle over here. This doji candle, it broke the low. Look at the low over here. So it has broken it. So since this candle is left with 15 hours before this candle will close, so we don't need to do anything. We are just analyzing the market just for us to have an idea what we are anticipating the market to give to us, because it's very important for us to know what you are anticipating the market to give to us. So that's why we are looking at the higher time frame and the lower time frame. But looking at the condition of the daily market structure, so there is nothing serious is happening at this moment, since we have the high over here and the low. So it's still within this range. So the best thing is just for us to do is just for us to be patient while we anticipate the market to give us our structure. But looking at the condition of the daily, so we are done with the daily analysis because we are able to identify the consolidation zone and the high and the low. Because from this zone over here, this recent candle hasn't broken this line and it hasn't broken this line. So that means we are staying in this zone. So until the candle will continue to come down to break this line, but we need to break the low of this candle over here. Then before we will know what the candle wants to do next. But for now, the candle is still in this zone. So let's just be patient since the candle is left with 15 hours before this candle will close. Let's go to the H4. Looking at the formation of the H4 is consolidating. We have a consolidation zone over here. We have a consolidation zone over here. Let me adjust this. Let's look at the recent one. So we have a consolidation zone over here. We have a consolidation zone over here. We also have a consolidation zone over here. There is consolidation zone over here. The market structure is just printing side by side. So we have a consolidation zone over here, consolidation zone over here, consolidation zone over here, and a consolidation zone over here. So looking at the formation of the market structure, so the 4 hours market structure is consolidating. We have a resistance zone and a support zone, a support zone and a resistance zone, a resistance zone and a support zone. But this previous candle has broken this support zone. That the next one hasn't broken the low of this bearish candle. Let me see. So this candle has broken this support zone over here. It broke the support zone and closed with a strong bearish candle. This other next candle hasn't broken the low of this bearish candle. So that means this candle wants to continue to go up to get to the high of this candle, or the candle want to go up to form a wick by which the body of the candle will have to break the low for it to continue to come down. So the best thing is just for us to wait, since this candle is left with 3 hours before this candle will close. So we are in a consolidation zone, nothing serious is happening. Let's go to the H1. So let's delete this, we don't need them. These are past market structure, so we don't need them. We need to look at the recent market structure so that we'll be able to know what you're anticipating the market to give to us. I love to identify my resistance zone and my support zone using the H1 and 30 minutes. We have a support zone over here. We have a support zone. If this 1 hour candle is left with 10 minutes before this candle will close, if this candle should close with a bullish candle like this, that means this will be our recent support. So for now, we don't need to do anything, but we have a resistance zone over here. Let's identify this zone as a resistance zone. Let's change the color to green. Change this other one to green. We also have a resistance zone over here. And then we have a resistance zone over here. But if there is volume, the volume should be able to break this resistance zone for the candle to keep going up to this high over here, so that it will be able to fill this wick. Let me show you guys. Let's zoom the chart a little bit. So to be able to fill this wick over here, if there is volume in the market, and we are anticipating volume to come to the market, since this candle is left with 9 minutes before this candle will close, because we are anticipating it for you to close with a bullish candle, by which the candle will have to give us a support zone over here. Then we'll be able to anticipate if it is the right time for us to take a position, or if it is the right time for us to be patient. So for now, we don't need to do anything. We need to be patient until we are able to identify a structure before we can decide to take a position. So since we are waiting for this candle to close, let's identify our support zone here, which the moment this candle should close the bullish candle, we'll have to move this support zone down to this support zone. So let's identify this support zone here for now until this candle will close. This candle is left with 9 minutes before the candle will close. So let's just be patient. From this resistance zone down to this support zone is being considered as a consolidation zone, but the range is huge. I know the range is huge, almost like that is 485 pips thereabouts. So the range is huge. So the only reason why we have to see a very strong candle to break our resistance zone, or for a very strong candle to break our support zone, is when there is volume in the market, or is when there is news in the market, before you see a very strong bullish candle to break our resistance zone like this, and for a very strong bearish candle to break our support zone like this. With this type of candle formation, it's only when you have volume in the market. Let's change it to red since it's a bearish candle, so that everybody will be able to understand that this is a bearish candle and this is a bullish candle. So in the next 9 minutes, it's London open. So for now, we don't need to do anything since we are trying to analyze the market. And then the moment we are done with our analysis, we are going to identify our support zone and our resistance zone, which we are able to identify our support zone and our resistance zone using the H1. So after now, we'll go to the 30 minutes so that we'll be able to have an idea what the 30 minutes market structure is saying. So we have a resistance zone over here, a resistance zone and a support zone. But this zone over here is like the range is big. So 485 pips. So the range is big. But let's look at the 30 minutes so that we'll be able to have a clear view if we need to adjust this our support zone, so that we'll have a very small range between our resistance and our support zone. But this 1 hour candle is left with 7 minutes before this candle will close. So for now, let's just be patient. We don't need to do anything. We have a support zone over here. Let's just be patient. Let's go to the 30 minutes time frame. So looking at the formation of the 30 minutes time frame, as you guys can see, we have a support zone that was formed already. So let's move this support zone down to this place. Let's move it. So we have a recent support over here, and we have a recent resistance here. So let's adjust this. Let's see. So let's measure from the resistance down to the support. From this resistance down to the support, 415 pips. That's huge too. That's huge. But I can see a structure. We have a resistance zone over here. I can see a structure. Let's identify this zone as a resistance zone. Let's change it to green. You can see a structure here. Let's adjust this. Let's measure from this resistance down to this resistance, 235 pips. So let's measure from this support down to this resistance, like 200 pips or 190 pips. So this is our recent consolidation zone over here, and then we have a resistance zone over here. So our target should be from this resistance to this support. Then from this resistance to this resistance, and from this resistance to this resistance. So if there is volume, the volume should be able to break this resistance for it to continue to go up. So our target is this resistance zone. So that means our buy anticipation will be here and our sell anticipation will be here. So we are anticipating a candle should break our support zone and a candle should break our resistance zone. Then we'll be able to take a position, which I'm going to tell us if it is the right time for us to take a position. So let's just be patient. So for now, we don't need to do anything. Let's wait for the close of this candle. This candle is left with 3 minutes for this candle will close. So let's be patient until we are able to identify a structure before we can decide to take a position. So let's be patient. We don't need to do anything. So for now, let's just enjoy the music. Since the candle is left with 3 minutes for the candle will close. But if you guys have a question, you can send your message in the chat box and I will get back to you guys. So let's enjoy the music while we wait for this recent bullish candle to close. To have a resistance zone and a support zone over here. And in the next 4 minutes is London open. So let's just be patient. We don't need to do anything. Let's be patient. Let's see how this candle will close. Then before we can anticipate to take a position. But if this candle should continue to go up to break this resistance zone before this candle will close, we are not going to do anything. So we need to wait for the candle to close before we'll be able to take a position. So for now, we don't need to do anything. Let's just be patient until this candle needs to close. Then we can anticipate the next candle for it to break our resistance or for it to break our support before we can decide to take a position, which I'm going to tell us if it is the right time for us to take a position or if we need to be patient. Let's enjoy the music. The candle is left with a minute for it to close. So we don't need to do anything right now. We just need to be patient. I'm just looking at my other screen just to have an idea of what the other time frame is saying. So let's just be patient. We don't need to do anything. So we're about to enter the London Open right now. So it's just left with 39 seconds. So then we'll enter London Open. That means we are anticipating volume to come to the market so that the next candle will be able to break our resistance or the next candle will be able to break our support. So for now, let's just be patient. So this candle closed with a strong bullish candle. That this candle, it has broken the high. Let's see. Let's confirm if the candle broke the high of this bullish candle. Yeah, it has broken the high of this bullish candle over here. So that means the candle wants to continue to come down to create a wick for the body of the candle to continue to go up to get to this resistance zone. But if there is volume, which this moment is London open, so that means you are anticipating volume to be in the market. So that means this candle can continue to go up to break our resistance zone. Then I'm going to tell us if it is the right time for us to take a position. So for now, we don't need to do anything. Let's just be patient. Let's see if this candle wants to create a wick like this. A wick, let me show you guys. If the candle wants to create a wick like this, then for the body of this candle to continue to go up, for it to break our resistance zone. But let's wait. Let's see what the candle wants to do. Let's see what the candle wants to do. Since this is the beginning of this recent 30 minutes candle, so we don't need to do anything as of now. Let's be patient. Let's see what the candle wants to do. They'll be able to anticipate if it is the right time for us to take a position or if we need to be patient. But if this candle should continue to come down to break our support zone, I will not advise us for us to take a position, because you need to ask yourself that what is the probability that this candle will continue to come down with a hundred and let's just say with a hundred pips. 100 pips. So where will you put your stop loss? And this is the beginning of this 30 minutes candle. So where will you put your stop loss? You want to put your stop loss like here with 100 pips. Then you measure from this support down to this support. You're looking at 170 pips. So always know what you want and how you want it. Don't be in a rush to open a position. You are not chasing the markets. We don't allow the market. We can't allow the market for it to detect if we need to take a position. No, we need to be patient because we have a trading plan and we need to follow our trading plan. We don't need to like start rushing because we want to make plenty of money today. Today is Thursday, so let's be patient. Let's see what this candle wants to do. If this candle wants to create a wick, then for the body of the candle to continue to go up to get to our resistance zone, 82 pips. Let's just be patient. Let's see what the candle wants to do. Let's see. Just like how I told you guys that maybe the candle wants to continue to come down to create a wick for the body of this candle to continue to go up. But let's just wait and see what this candle wants to do. Let's see what this candle wants to do. Let's see what the candle wants to do. Even though this candle should continue to go up to break our resistance zone, then you need to ask yourself from this high of this candle down to this resistance zone, we are looking at almost like 120 pips. So where will you put your stop loss? Do you want to put your stop loss at 120 pips? So let's just be patient. Let's see until we're able to identify a structure before we're able to take a position. But meanwhile, right now, we don't need to do anything. We are not chasing the market. Let's see what this candle want to do. If this candle want to continue to go up, or if this candle want to continue to form a consolidation zone, because this zone is being considered as a consolidation zone, that it can close with a bullish candle. The next one can give us a bearish candle. So, but the best thing is just for us to wait. It's still, the candle is left with 21 minutes. So let's see what the candle want to do. This is why I say you need to be patient. Like, imagine you decided to take a position. Yeah. Like, you don't need to trade the consolidation zone. So you need to wait for the break of our resistance or for the break of our support. So let's just be patient for now. So nothing serious is happening at this moment. Let's just be patient. Let's be patient until we are able to identify a structure, until we are able to identify what you are anticipating the market to give to us. It could be the break of the resistance and the break of the support with our other confirmation, which I'm going to tell us if it's the right time for us to take a position or if we still need to be patient. So for now, we don't need to do anything. This candle is left with 19 minutes before this candle will close. So let's just be patient. We don't need to do anything. Let's be patient. Let's just be patient. We don't need to do anything. Candle is left with 17 minutes before the candle will close. So let's see what this next candle want to do. If this next candle wants to continue to go up to get to this resistance, or if the next candle wants to reject out this zone for it to continue to come down to get to this support. But if this candle should get to our resistance zone or our support zone, we don't need to do anything, since we are anticipating the candle to break our resistance zone and our support zone with our order confirmation. So for now, let's be patient. This recent 30 minutes candle is left with 16 minutes, so we don't need to do anything. Let's just be patient. Let's see what the markets want to give to us today. So let's see. Let's see what the markets want to give to us. We say patient while you are trading. So this is all part of the patience while we are trading. Being patient to be able to identify a structure, being patient to be able to identify that thing that you are looking for the market to give to you before you decide to take a position. So it's all part of the patience while you are trading. Sitting down peacefully, enjoying the vibe, enjoying the market, enjoying what the market has to offer. Then the moment you're able to identify a structure, the moment you're able to identify that thing according to your trading plan, then you don't need to hesitate. You need to open that position while you patiently allow the candle to keep going to your take profit. If the candle don't want to bless you today, or if the candle refuse to get to your take profit, you know how to manage your risk. Is very important. It's very important. There is no two ways about it. Like everything I just said right now, that's just how the trading things is all about. So let's see what the markets want to do. Let's see what the markets want to do. It was like 61 pips. 61 pips. Let's see. Let's see if this candle want to continue to go up to get to this our resistance zone, just like how I'm anticipating it for it to do. So, but you need to ask yourself that where are you going to put your stop loss? Let's look at the 15 minutes. Let's look at the 5 minutes. I love to look at them just for me to have an idea what I'm anticipating the market to give to me. The break, we are looking at 65 pips. Okay, and this 5 minutes is left with 3 minutes before this candle will close. So let's see what the markets want to do. Let's look at the 15 minutes. Let's look at the 30 minutes. Let's look at the 1 hour. Let me see what this 1 hour is doing. Okay, it has quoted like a lower wick. Okay, let's see. Let's look at the 4 hours. 4 hours is left with 2 hours before this candle will close. So let's go back to our 30 minutes so that we'll be able to anticipate what the markets want to give to us. Let's see. So we don't need to do anything right now since this 30 minutes candle is left with 12 minutes before this candle will close. So let's just be patient. Let's just be patient. We don't need to do anything. Let's see what the candle want to do. Because it's always good for you to know where you put your stop loss. It's always good for you to know how much you want to risk in any trade. Whether your trading plan says 30 pips, 50 pips, 100 pips, 15 pips, 25 pips, know how much you are risking. Then you need to ask yourself, definitely I believe like we all know our lot size and everything. So that's why I always check the other time frame just for me to have an idea to know what the other time frame market structure is saying. Because me, I also have my trading plan. That's why I said I'm going to tell us if it is the right time for us to take a position, by which we'll be able to know our like stop loss, like the range from our entering position down to our stop loss. So for now, we don't need to do anything. I give an example that if this candle should continue to go up to break this resistance zone, so where are we going to put our stop loss? By which from the low of this candle to this resistance zone, we are looking at, this is 30 minutes, we are looking at 122 pips. So that we already put your stop loss. Putting your stop loss at 122 pips, that's like, to me, that's huge. So that means your targets will be like maybe like 200 and something. So let's just be patient. This candle is left with 10 minutes before this candle will close. We don't need to do anything at this moment since this is the beginning of London Open. So right now we just need to be patient. Let's see what the candle wants to do. Let's go to the 15 minutes. Let's go to the 5 minutes. Okay. Let's see. Let us see what this candle wants to do. But looking at the formation of the candle, there's still a high probability that this candle can still continue to go up to get to this our resistance zone, because the candle is left with 9 minutes, so there's still plenty of time for the candle to do what the candle wants to do. But we don't know if the candle we want to reject out the zone to close with a rejection bullish candle. But the best thing is just for us to wait. We don't need to do anything at this moment. As of now, let's just be patient and enjoy the music. If you guys have any question, if you have anything that you don't understand, or the chart, or if the chart is confusing you or anything, just send your message in the chat box and I will get back to you guys while we are anticipating the candle to get to our position with our order confirmation, which I'm going to tell us if it's the right time for us to take a position or if we need to chill. So for now, let's just be patient. We don't need to do anything. Let's see what the candle wants to do. Let's be patient. We don't need to do anything. This recent 30 minutes is left with 6 minutes for this candle to close. So let's just be patient. Let's be patient. We don't need to do anything. Let's see what the candle wants to do. Let's see what the candle wants to do. Let's see. This 30 minutes candle is left with 5 minutes before the candle will close. So let's be patient. So the candle is about to close with a rejection bullish candle. So, but the candle is left with 3 minutes before the candle will close. So let's be patient. We don't need to do anything. Let's see how the candle will close, and then what the next candle want to do. If the next candle will have to break the high of this recent 30 minutes candle, or if the candle want to break the low of this recent 30 minutes candle, for it to continue to come down to break our support zone, or for it to continue to go up to break our resistance zone. But it's very important for us to know what we are anticipating the market to give to us before we can decide to take a position. So let's just be patient. The candle is left with 2 minutes at this moment. So let's see. So that means the candle wants to close with a bearish candle. Let's see. We don't know. Let's see. The markets will do what markets want to do. We ourselves, being a retail trader, we also do what we ourselves know how to do. That's why we are not chasing the markets. That's why I always tell all the members in our Forex Academy. So just in case of any new member or any new person that join today's live stream, let me explain to you guys that we have a Forex Academy. So this cap I'm putting, this logo over here is our Forex Academy. So let me show you guys our academic website. Since this candle is left with 2 minutes, so let's go to our academic website. Let me show you guys. So our Forex academic website, or our Forex Academy, the name is CBS Community. So it's either you go to www.cbscommunity.com, or you can just type CBX Community. Then it will take you to, it will show you like different websites in terms of like our Instagram and our website and our YouTube. So, but this is our website, CBS Community Forex Education and Trading Courses. So this is our Instagram, like the community Instagram page. So all you guys need to do is just to go to the academic website. So this is the academic website, CBS Community, and our logo is Knowledge is Freedom. So at CBS Community, our focus is on educating our members with the essential knowledge necessary for achieving long-term profitability. So just for you guys to know more about our Forex Academy. So this is our Forex Academy. So this is your mentor, this is Cardo Banks. So just go through it just to have an idea how the academic website looks and everything, just for you to know, just in case. Then if any of you are interested to join our academy, you can click on join our academy or advanced currency trading. It will take you to the course platform. So which you guys just click on here. So these are our course platform, and then our courses, we have 399 for the complete course, and the sub course is 133. The moment you pay for this and you want to gain access to the complete course, then you have to send a message to the support team. They will have to deduct this amount of money that you paid with this complete course. Then they will send you a link for you to pay the remaining, so that you have access to the complete course. So this currency trading, this is a free course. So this is a free course for anybody to join. So you can join this course. But this advanced currency trading is a complete course. This is a paid course, and this is also a paid course. So you guys can take advantage of the community. You have a lot of things to learn. So that means this recent 30 minutes candle just closed with a rejection bearish candle. Oh, sorry, like that's my son. What happened? I'll take Okay, go and meet mommy. I'll go and meet mommy. And go. So sorry about that. That's my son. He just came to greet me. So this candle closed with a rejection bearish candle. That this recent candle, it's yet to break the low of this bearish candle, and it's yet to break the high of this bearish candle. So the best thing is just for us to wait. Since this zone is still our consolidation zone, there's nothing serious is happening at this moment. So the best thing is just for us to wait. We don't need to do anything. We don't need to do anything. We need to be patient. So since this is the beginning of this candle, let me adjust this over here so that we'll be able to have a clear view of what the market is doing. So let's adjust this here. Let's adjust this. I don't think I still need this stuff like this candle. I don't need it again since this candle has closed. This 30 minutes candle has closed the rejection bearish candle. So let's delete it. That means we are anticipating the break of our resistance zone and we are anticipating the break of our support zone. Then with our other confirmation, which I'm going to tell us if it's the right time for us to take a position. But we also need to look at where we put our stop loss. So you need to look at the high. If we want to take a sell, we need to look at the high of that candle from the high to the break of our support zone. If the range is the same thing with your stop loss pips. So it's very important for you to know. Let me show you guys. Let's say for example like short. I'm coming. Let's do it like this. So let's say this candle, it went up to, let's change the color to red. Let's change the color to red. So that means if this candle, since this candle closed with a rejection bearish candle, that the next candle will have to give us a wick like this to create an upper wick like this. Then the moment this body of this candle should continue to come down to break our support zone, then you need to ask yourself that where will you put your stop loss? So let's assume that we want to take a position here, and then the high of this candle we are looking at, I'm coming, let me put it here. So that means your stop loss will be 137 pips. That's huge. Then you need to ask yourself that where will your take profit be? So you can be risking 137 pips to get 160 pips. No, you can't do that. Don't do that. So that's why it's very important for you to know how much you are risking and how much you want the market to give to you. So if this candle should create an upper wick, that the body of this candle will have to break the low of this bearish candle for it to continue to come down to this support zone over here. Then you need to ask yourself that where will you put your stop loss? So I will not advise us for us to take this type of trade. Don't take it, because what is the probability that the candle will continue to come down? And if the candle should continue to come down, that means you are risking like 1:1, and it does not make any sense. So don't do that. So always make sure that your stop loss is very tight, maybe like 42 pips or 50 pips. For example, right now, let's say 50 pips, and then you're targeting like 150 or even 130 thereabout. So like this is a good this is a very good market position that you need to anticipate markets to get to your take profit, because of according to your trading plan. Because you kind of having a trading plan, this thing, it shows that you have a trading plan. You can't go and have a trading plan that your stop loss is 200 and your target position is 100. No, don't have this above trading plan. Don't do that. So the trading plan should tell you that Your stop loss should be 50 pips, and your take profit should be like 130, 150, or even 100. So maybe like let's just say like 120 is cool. Let's just say like 120. So like you kind of open a position with this type of market condition is very okay because you are risking like 50 to get like 120. So this is better than you risking like 200 to get like 100, because you kind of being a trader is because you want your losses to be smaller than your win. Your win needs to be bigger than your losses. Let me say, for example, right now, if you follow this type of market like procedure, let me say you have like 3 trade, and then your first trade, you lose your first trade. Let's say according to your trading plan, your from your entry position to your stop loss is 50 pips. So let me say you need to take like 3 trades. So your first trade, you lose your first trade. That means you are down with 50 pips. Your second trade, you lose your second trade. That means you are down with 50 pips. That is 100 pips. Then your third trade, you won your third trade. So that means one of your trade will be able to cover 2 of your losses, and then you will still be in a profit with 20 pips. So it's very important for you to know what you want and how you want it. Have a trading plan, because this whole thing is all about you kind of having a trading plan. Because when you have a trading plan, it will guide you in this Forex journey, or this field of Forex. So know what you want, know how you want it. Don't chase the market. The moment you keep chasing the market, you will keep having losses upon losses. To like you, even yourself, like you'll be shocked when your account like size, or or the money that you deposited will be left with $1 or $2. So always know what you want and how you want it before you be able to take a position. That's why it's very important for you to have a trading plan. Your trading plan will tell you that your from your entry position to your stop loss, 50 pips. Then from your entry position to your take profit, like 120 pips. So this is a reasonable trading plan, not for you to have the other way around. So always know what you want and how you want it, and then be patient until you're able to identify that setup before you can decide to take a position. So right now we are anticipating the candle for it to continue to come down, or for it to continue to go up, or the candle wants to close with a very small bullish candle or bearish candle for it to continue to form a consolidation zone. Since from this resistance zone down to this support zone is being considered as a consolidation zone. So the best thing is just for us to be patient. We don't need to do anything. And this is the open of the London section. So let's be patient. We don't need to do anything. Let's be patient. But looking at the formation of the market structure as of now, nothing serious is happening. So in the next a minute or 2 minutes, so I'm going to head off, which I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday. So let's just be patient. We know what we want from the market and we know how we want it. And the moment we identify that structure, we need to take a position. So let's be patient. So right now, nothing serious is happening. So let's be patient. And then the moment we identify a structure, we can decide to open a position. So I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. Know what you want and how you want it, and always follow your trading plan, because your trading plan will guide you in a good path. You kind of not follow your trading plan, you definitely lose your money, or maybe you're gambling. So let's be patient, and then let's wait for the break of our resistance and the break of our support before we can decide to take a position. So I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. So